All right, so the starter on the car is going out. So I had a few starters here at home. Um, Pretty much one of the solenoids on the other one was bad, I think. So I just swapped it out with another one that I had. So right now I'll show you how to test your starter with just battery tester and jump, or you can use jumper cables on a battery. But this is how I'm gonna test it. Let's see here. Put my light there. So what you want to do is ground. So we're just gonna simulate. This is the engine, pretty much engine side of the car. It's gonna be grounded. So that's what we're gonna do there. We're gonna have our ground here, and here, this post is mostly when the power wire that goes to the starter itself. So this is gonna be our red one. That's gonna say it's coming from your battery, directly from your battery source. So this one is when you turn your key, your ignition, and when you turn that key, that sends that voltage to this pin here, which tells it to start, to give it power to here. So when you turn the key on your ignition, this is sending power to this post. So once you do that, which I'm going to simulate here, is we put, if you don't have alligator clamps, that's fine. You can use a screwdriver, which is another common way, but here I'm going to use my alligator clamps. And once you apply power, which is me turning the key, this is what you're going to get when you got power and ground hooked up. And that simulates starting your car. So that's a quick way that you can test one of your starters to see if it's bad, or if it's not kicking out, or if there's a short somewhere in between the post. I was testing this one, and just to be a prime example, I was testing this one, and as I was testing, I was getting like intermittent connections with it. So it'll like jump on, jump, skip, and I was like, why is it doing that? So after further investigations, I took off this solenoid from that one, which is over here. I took it off, and when I took it off, I saw that the strap, the grounding piece between the solenoid and here, had broken. So that was giving me that connection of jumping around with the power between that. So I mean, literally, this is still probably a good solenoid. All I have to do is solder a new connection from here to this one right here, which I'm probably going to do that so I can, have a backup. Nothing wrong with backups. Exactly as I show here, this is all my backups. So as I said, just make sure everything's connected. Before you put it all back together, make sure you wipe down all your grounds. Clean everything off. Clean all your connections. Just use like a little bit of sandpaper or anything. And also you can use for your connectors, if some starters have connectors, if you want to use that, use silicone spray, or is it called electrical spray. So dielectric grease also that you can put on it, but just make sure your connection is clean before you try and put it all back in the car, so that way you have one less thing to worry about. But that's just my 2 cents on how to bench test your starter.